After a short break, I have returned once again to get completely back up to date with Season 6. Let's press on with my review for Flutter Brutter. While visiting her parents, Fluttershy is disappointed to learn that her obnoxious younger brother, Zephyr Breeze, has not only moved back into their parents' house, but has quickly and carelessly started changing everything to suit his preferences. Fed up with his behaviour, Fluttershy convinces him to move out, only to have him accommodate himself at her cottage instead. She reluctantly agrees to let him stay on the condition that he gets a job, but Zephyr's unwillingness to stick to anything puts Fluttershy's kindness and patience to the limit. After the premise was first revealed way back during Season 5's mid-season hiatus, this episode finally arrives courtesy of Dave Rapp. And after getting off to a shaky start earlier this season with Newbie Dash, this second offering is a huge improvement. But much like that aforementioned episode, this one also has some notable issues that need to be addressed. It's nice to finally be introduced to another of the main six's families, and Mr. and Mrs. Shy are both lovely, wonderfully realised characters. From the moment I saw both their designs and soft-spoken personalities, I immediately thought, yes, those are definitely Fluttershy's parents. Meanwhile, Flutters herself is just fantastic here. As always, she remains a loving and supportive pony, but here she is also written as assertive and persistent in the best possible way. Her character development may have been slower than others, but her gradual growth has finally led up to something brilliantly rewarding. This is easily her best characterization in ages. Zephyr Breeze on the other hoof? Well, for good and for bad, he's certainly an interesting character to analyse. One scene sees Fluttershy feeling so frustrated by her brother's attitude that she says something that is quite humorously considered a swear word in Ponyville.
I'm sorry, but I am just so peeved right now.
Language!
But can you really blame her? Objectively, Zephyr is a complete waste of space, and represents one of the worst kinds of ponies you could possibly live with. He's egotistical, selfish, lazy, always feels self-entitled, is disturbingly horny, and completely oblivious to how much he's driving every pony nuts. And yet, somehow, it's kinda entertaining. Sometimes it is quite enjoyable to see just how far he thinks he can push his luck, particularly when he's trying to chat up Rainbow Dash, which does lead to some very funny reactions. But at other times, his obnoxiousness is just that, obnoxious. Eventually, Fluttershy kicks him out of her house too, and what follows is actually quite resonating. We learn that Zephyr holds himself back from trying to achieve greater things in life because of a fear of failure. Fluttershy tells him that he could do anything if he only took the time and patience to make more of an effort. Besides being a very nice role reversal where it's Fluttershy who has to help some pony to get over a fear, it's also a really thought-provoking message to get across, and one that many will surely identify with. For a lot of us, fear is our biggest hindrance, and the anxiety over whether chasing a dream, career, or just independence in life will be successful for us is very real. It's clear that Zephyr does have a keen talent and passion for hairstyling, or as he puts it, mane therapy, but is afraid to turn his passion into a career in case he doesn't make it. And on that level, this episode definitely hits close to home for me. I've been doing video production for a few years now, but I've never felt completely confident in what I make. And I love doing what I do now with these reviews, and I'd love to do more for the Brony community. But I genuinely do worry that I may not be good enough or may have left it too late to pursue such things, much as I would like to. It's these themes and the way the episode explores and presents them that makes Zephyr's fears and anxieties very easy to relate to, even if the same can't necessarily be said for the character himself. I can understand why a lot of people have issues with him, and I agree with some of them myself, but I can also understand why Dave Rapp chose to write him this way. I think the intention was to show that you can feel or add like you're right at the bottom of society's barrel, but that still doesn't make you a lost cause. With a little effort and encouragement, you can always turn things around. The episode is capped off with a song titled Can I Do It On My Own, and I honestly think this might be my favourite song of the season so far. The tune feels like a simple and familiar but wonderful slice of classic MLP music. The vocals from the three ponies work beautifully together, and the inspirational lyrics also help drive the message home effectively. Flutter Brutter may be an episode that draws mixed reviews from fans, but for its compelling, if flawed, characterization of Zephyr, good use of the main six, outstanding writing for Fluttershy, and excellent song and moral, I definitely really enjoyed this one, and I'm giving it a gold star score of 8 out of 10.